Hi, how are you?
I'm hyped. How are you?
I'm high.
Yeah.
You're hyped and I'm high? That would be a good podcast name, too.
Hyped and high.
Hey, guys, I'm
I
Jen.
am hyped. I'm Neal.
This is Hi, how are you? We talk about reality television.
Follow us, please.
Whoa, you are just going to beg for it right off the jump.
Because this is going to be a great episode because it's the most popular game show or reality.
Everybody go watch The American Traitors. This is my plea to you in general. Even if you're not like a competition show watcher, go watch Traitors. If you have no idea what it's about, it's basically like...
Which, how do you not know? That's the biggest competitive show in the world.
It's basically like a giant game of werewolf. We are watching mid-tier celebrities play. Sometimes the whole cast is mid-tier celebrities, like this US season. Sometimes it's half famous people, half normals.
Which is the Canadian version.
Which we call normies. And also, the UK started that way, didn't it? We had this conversation last time because I thought Aaron from Love Island, like, Aaron!
Right.
Like Kaylor, I thought he was from the Traitors. Which, if that was the only thing he'd ever been in, that would make him a normie.
Right, I think...
But he's like a reverse, he went in reverse order. Because Rob from Love Island is on it. So, okay, this is my plea. Because Love Island is huge. If you watch Love Island, go watch Traitors USA. Even if it's just to watch Rob. We, to be clear, are paused how many minutes? We need to tell them.
Like
they need context.
13.
Is that as far as we got?
Yes. Out of an hour and 8 minutes.
That is me.
Yes.
That is who I am as a person. I just need to come to you and ask you your opinions before things unfold. So right now...
We need to preface, though.
Oh, do we? Okay.
So, we're in the 4th season generally. Like, UK is in their 4th/5th season because they have a separate celebrity season. Canada's done 3 or 4 seasons. This is the 4th US season. There's seasons all over the rest of the world.
Has it ever been all normies? Wait, the UK is all normies. Now that there's a separate celebrity one.
Yes. And the first US season was...
had some normies.
Yes. Was
then they
half and
realized how much money they could make. They're probably paying all of these people, what? Like a couple $100,000 for their appearances? Like plus or minus like 20% in either
most of them
for
probably
more
don't
famous.
need the $250 that they could win.
Right. That's like symbolic.
Right. So...
Which we love talking about the insides out and that. So if you like that, please follow us. Neal has so much information, but usually he Reddits it after. So you need to tell him to like Reddit as we're going or like Reddit. I need to record this is what we need to do. We need to become professionals and get real microphones. And so then we can
have real microphones. We just don't use them.
We need to get off our bums. Stop being so lazy and get our ish together so that we can have our phones to look up information right afterwards.
Right.
Because you love a good Reddit creep.
We need to preface this season.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm Canadian.
You're right. And you're a teacher.
I don't want that to be my defining characteristic. It makes me mad when you define me by my employment. That's not who I am. That's what I do.
Okay, whoa, I have a bubble in my throat.
Guys.
So, oh my gosh, it's still there.
He must announce this every time it happens.
So, they have to each season change little things about the game so that it's not stale.
You know, keep it fresh. Survivor generally we feel has done it for the worst because they're like, have another advantage. This advantage is like the last advantage, but a little less powerful, and it's secret, and you have to dig a tunnel 25 feet in the ground. I don't know.
Here's a new way you can save yourself a tribal. Oh, none of you are going to use it, so...
You have to give it away, and you have to sneak it in the 20 minutes between this challenge and the... Like, it's just too specific. I'm giving really bad examples right now. Let's just move on.
Right, so... Now we're at season 4. They just did, to start... a secret traitor.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Which the UK season 4, which is just started a couple weeks ago.
Also, go watch that, and yes. I feel almost as strongly about that as I do about
the
US
celebrity
traitors.
one. The normal one also has done a secret traitor, which I thought was awesome.
I did too.
You guessed who it was immediately and ended up being right.
Because they were intentionally... Because, okay, Secret Traitor, as in we, the audience, don't know who they are.
No one knows but the Secret Traitor and the
Even
host.
the other traitors don't know.
But the Secret Traitor will know
who the traitors are.
Other traitors are.
So there are these, like, I'm going to try not to spoil this too much because I want you guys to go watch it, and we're a few episodes behind, right? Yeah, like the whole season's out, right? No.
We're
caught up.
No, we're one episode behind on Traitors UK.
Okay, but Celebrity is out.
Yes,
am I
that's
right about
fully
that?
done.
Okay, I was mixing them up. Because I was so sure of who the Secret Traitor was the whole time, I got to watch them and how they moved, and everything they did and said, like, led to that to me. But it's like, you know, when you watch a movie that's already, and the twist has already been spoiled for you, that's how sure I was watching her.
And
there were occasional other times when they would have like diary room sessions with us, you know, answering the producers' questions, and they'd be like, because I'm such a good faithful, and they would give like a side-eyed smirk. Like, they obviously told the faithfuls to like throw a suspicious line here and there to edit that in.
With music. But I found they did her so early on. Whoa.
They showed her being sketchy to us, the audience.
Whoa,
being
spoiler.
sketchy? Oh, because I used a pronoun.
You'll find out in the first episode by looking at a certain...
No, you didn't know for sure. Anyway, no. What I'm going to say is Oh, boy. No. Sorry, we've been paused so long. See that one? Tessa Thompson from Veronica Mars.
Yes.
Well, she's from Thor. Yeah. Are you laughing at me because I said
Westworld.
From Veronica Mars? She is from Veronica Mars. I'm a mid-millennial. That's what's also important. We need to tell the people that I'm Canadian, you're American, we're in a relationship, and that we're millennials. Mid-millennials. Not elder. Depends on the timeline.
Yeah.
Upper mid. It's really important for some reason for you to know that.
Hidden Secret Traitor.
I don't know how I feel about the fact that this is Alan's first time stepping towards them. Do I think they have done. They've sat down with Alan and had interviews. Do you think that already happened? No. When do you think they filmed the sitting down and be like, hey, Alan, I definitely want to be a traitor?
That's already been done, I'm sure.
Right, 100%.
You probably do that the day before.
So chances are you've come across each other in the hotel. So some of this, oh my gosh, I think is a little...
I don't think so.
You don't think? I think... Am I bursting like a...
I think they're probably sequestered. Now? They were sequestered in the hotel.
But did you see, and sorry, this is to segue to Survivor real quick. Did you see that Sage wrote an article or a post or something talking about how many of the...
I'm the one that told you this, so yes.
I know, but I now know more information about it. How do you think they determined which two they were going to send to bring in the two alternates, and why only two? Because you only had two alternates, so you had to keep some of them. So then how do you decide how egregious someone's pre-game planning is? Apparently they had, like, talked in hotels.
Right. I think that's probably worse on Survivor because then...
You're in Fiji. You all have to be there. You're in one hotel.
The whole point is that you don't know any... people like in Traitors in America, they're all celebrities. So
right, like Dorinda and Lisa Rinna saw each other, and Dorinda's like, "I'm wearing your lip liner." Like they're from the same world.
Yeah,
that's what makes this so good, though, because it just crosses over. It takes if you don't like watching The Real Housewives, I know who I'm going to appeal to right now. Boyfriends out there, if you cannot stand it when your girlfriend watches a Real Housewives franchise, but you do like competition reality shows, go watch The Traitors. It's a happy medium for the both of you. Because you get to see your Love Islands and your Real Housewives, but it's not them living their lives.
Right. Secret Traitor, that's all we know so far. We don't know who it is. We've been introduced to everybody.
But Alan, we have to say how the whole thing works.
Alan called them up one by one and showed them either a faithful card or a traitor card.
So this is the first time, I think, any Traitors franchise that we have watched, anyway, any of the English versions, they've done that. So like we said, there's a secret traitor in the UK, but in the UK, there were just 4 people touched at the round table. The first 3 traitors just didn't know who the 4th one touched was.
But it's also different because now everyone knows there's a secret traitor, whereas only the traitors knew there was a secret traitor.
That's my point.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? That's what I wanted to ask you before we kept going.
I think they have to give him that because of how terrible everyone has been at finding traitors in previous seasons.
Like, basically, you want to rev the engine up. Like, you want to get them to be playing from the second they step on the premises.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you want them thinking ahead of time.
Because if you get a night to just... I almost thought the opposite, but... I guess it's different again because, yes, some of these people already know each other. To me, I like the idea of getting to spend a night truly getting to know these people, so then you can see if their demeanor changes after the round table where the traitors are chosen.
Right.
But if you don't know these people yet, like Colton Underwood, his eyes were shining when he stood in front of Alan, and he went back, and Rob from Love Island was like, "Why you smiling, man?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just a happy guy."
Same eyes in my alligator friends.
No, but he like hugged the guy next to him. He's like, "I'm a happy guy. You'll get to know me."
Yeah.
The point is he being suspicious? You don't know because you don't know him.
Right.
So there's an advantage if you've watched these people on TV. So like Mama Kelsey, no one knows her.
Right.
She could be whoever she wants to be in this.
Killer.
Do you think? Like she could? Why not?
I think she will be.
I also love that they're not shying away from the Swift of it all, because I think that would be really unrealistic to do. Like, Taylor Swift is one of the most famous people in the world. We are a Taylor household, in case you were wondering. We did go to the Eras Tour. It was like one of the coolest trips of our lives, I would say, right?
Oh, yeah.
We went to London to see her, even though neither of us are from London, like the country. I'd actually never been to Europe, technically. I've been to, like, a territory that Europe owns, but it doesn't count because it's, like, close.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Well,
Rob, you don't know whether or not the people are suspicious because you don't know them. So it's an advantage if you're a housewife who knows a housewife, or you've watched the person on TV, like I said. So, like, I feel like we don't know who the traitors are, I think is really important for us to tell you right now. Like you, the people out there. My guys, my people. We don't know who they are yet.
Well, they haven't picked them yet. So.
Yeah, but I want the people to know that by the end of this episode, we will come back and we will tell you about who have been chosen as traitors.
Yes.
I'm so excited that there's a secret traitor because we get to find out something along the way. I'm also, I gotta give a minor spoiler for the UK before we go, and be right back. I think that, oh no, I've lost my train of thought. I'm gonna give away another little spoiler towards the UK. And that is, there are secret relationships, which they do sometimes in the show. And I want to tell you that if you've never watched it before, like in the Canadian version, we had a brother and sister. Spoiler alert, it never, amounted. It didn't really matter, but they did keep it a secret. And because the Canadian version doesn't have a reunion, do any of them have a reunion?
The U.S. has.
Has it?
Yeah, they're the only one, I think.
Because the U.S. knows their market. We love a reunion.
And
have you seen the preview for The Real Housewives of Potomac? Nom 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 nom. That's relevant because Candace is on the seat. You don't know Candace. You don't know Candace or Portia. Because you've only watched the last couple seasons of Potomac. Candace is the one, Monique was back this season?
Yes.
Chris Samuel's ex-wife? I always have to relate it in football terms. Here's the thing.
No, just keep going. Who is Candace?
Don't get mad at me. She's on the show. That's relevant. She's the one Monique dragged, literally, physically.
Okay.
So, like, she left the show shortly after because she's like, this is not worth my peace. You know, she's very, like, she's young.
Right.
She didn't fit in with them because she's young. Ashley's young, but conducts herself in such a way that she gets away with it around these ladies.
Ashley's the most hated housewife on Reddit.
Is she really?
Yes.
Okay.
But we're not talking about housewives unless they're on Traitors.
Who do you think is going to be a traitor?
Well, first, I want to just tangent real quick. 6 housewives are on this season.
Yes, too many. Because
If you listen to our Traitors discussions, you know I have a disdain for Traitors for housewives on the Traitors because in recent seasons they don't put in any effort to play the game.
Or play emotionally.
Or they play emotionally, but yes. Like, that bothers me. But now this is the 4th season. I hope they take it seriously. They don't have... My biggest concern would be Lisa Rinna, but she's already said she's going to be ruthless, so...
No, I think she wants to be a traitor. I think they think she'd make a good traitor. I think she thinks she'd make a good traitor. And I don't think she would make a good traitor. I think she would think she was doing the most, and she would just be so obvious it would be painful.
Okay.
I don't think she'd be good. There are 6 housewives. I'm sure there will have to be a housewife.
Yes.
Traitor.
Oh, 100%.
Do you think the secret one or one of the main 3?
Maybe both.
2?
I think either Johnny Weir or Tara Lipinski should be a traitor.
I don't think so. I don't think one would be able to keep it from the other. I think it'd ruin the game. I think you have them to be, like, along for a really fun ride. Because they're really well-spoken. Like, they've done commentating, right?
Yes.
So, like, if you speak for a living, you get good at it. That's who you need on the show, because like I said, if you've never watched it, it's like watching people play werewolf. You sit around the table and basically have to convince each other that you're innocent.
It's just
so good.
Agree to get rid of Michael Rappaport right off the bat. Regardless of if he's a traitor or faithful.
Which actually leads me to my next point perfectly, because I said if he's gonna be on it, I at least hope he's like a super fan and really like tries his best, basically, is what I want to say. But no, if we could send him home by the end of the 1st episode, that would be excellent.
That would automatically make it the best season.
Now. Don't get too mean.
Yes.
I like it sometimes when the normies don't know much about gaming. There's room for playing with your heart, but here's the thing. Now that everything is on like its 4th season, and you and I have discussed this before, now you're getting fewer and fewer of those as a celebrity or a normal person. Because it has existed for long enough that you know the premise of the game, even if you haven't watched all the seasons.
Right. But we'll see. So the US version has routinely, when you get to the round table, you have 2 people that get votes every round table.
People really stick in groups.
In the UK 2 seasons that we're watching now, it is wild. Like 6 different people will get a vote.
And all for different reasons. I mean, people are playing, yes, because that's such a manipulative game. Like, even your votes are strategic. Like, in the UK version, the normal person version, one of the traitors keeps voting for the same person over and over and over again. And it's not been suspicious to anyone because there are other people doing the same thing.
Right.
Voting for the same person over and over because they are adamant and they're wrong. So it's amazing to be that, like, you stand by your convictions, you are sure, and then be wrong. So there are, like, real emotions in the game, too, and people get to know each other. It's just, I think it's a masterpiece. I hope it wins all the Emmys. Has it been? Alan has been, right?
I don't
host?
know. Yes, Alan wins the host Emmy, I think 2 years in a row, or...
Do you think any other of the production things?
I don't know if there are awards.
People don't care about award shows anymore, man.
Yeah.
Does that make me sad or happy? It's a complicated question.
Yeah.
We love reality TV. We're going to go try to get through this episode. No, you have to give me your Traitors. We're never going to leave. You have to give me your Traitors predictions. You have to be more specific. I haven't given you mine.
I think Belinda, is that her name?
Dorinda
will be a traitor.
Because she's back. Sorry, guys. I got to have a tater tot.
I think.
Oh yeah.
We'll just go with Colton as the secret traitor. I don't know who. Like,
here's the thing.
probably one of the Portia or Candace, one of the two of them, and then Johnny Weir.
Those are some rogue predictions.
My strange prediction.
I think Lisa Rinna,
Okay.
and I'm going to be mad about it. Though I hope the producers see what I see, that they couldn't rely on her. She would 100% tell other people. She'd ruin her game. She's a risk to the production, process. You have to make her faithful. So I actually take that one back. I think she's too much of a liability is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
God, now you got me thinking about the skaters. I really don't think. I think they're really just along for a ride in, the best way possible. With respect. Why? What am I watching?
Keep on task.
No, guys, we need to tell them.
We need to keep on task.
There's a robot race,
Yes.
on a real life track, on a track you'd use for the Olympics. Why is his arm always moving his arms so fast?
Well, if you're a robot, that doesn't really matter, right?
Well, then why would you have it?
To make it look more human.
That's horrifying.
I don't know, because, yeah, whatever. Okay.
Guys, would you just let me go off on tangents like this? Would you listen to that? I can make a separate podcast. Maybe I will. I used to make videos.
Yeah?
Whispering's such hard work, though, guys. I used to do ASMR, but I never got paid for it. So I couldn't keep doing it because I literally don't have enough hours in my day. I really like McDonald's.
Yeah, okay, who are your traitors?
Now that I take back Lisa Rinna. Okay, Dorinda.
You copy me.
Did you say Dorinda?
Yes, but that's okay, because I think she's a very strong
I thought that was a hot
candidate.
take at first, because it's nah, you just bring her back. Again, I'm going to keep using this phrase, to be along for the ride. You give her her money, you give her her $150,000, you send her on her way. She probably gets voted out, one of the first people again. I hate that we're watching something that says, okay, sorry. I'm going to get it together.
You need 2 more traitors, and maybe a secret traitor.
Who's the big dog? You don't have a big dog in yours.
I don't think there is a big dog until we get to a round
Rob?
table.
Love Island Rob?
I don't think Rob cares enough to be a traitor.
I'm afraid of that too. Gosh, I keep talking myself out of all these people. Stephen Coletti. I love that he clocked Yam Yam right away. Oh gosh, there's 100% going to be I'm going to say Natalie.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel good about that. Natalie. I'll stick with Dorinda. Natalie, Dorinda, and so we need a guy. Love Island Rob.
Okay.
Am I way off base? Oh, and then, yeah, maybe Candace. But is she someone else who I think would just think she'd be really good at it and then does the most? Like Lisa Rinna? I don't think Candace could keep it to herself. Same thing I said for Lisa Rinna. Okay, let's go see. When we come back, we'll be right back. When we come back, we will know the answer. You might already know the answer. We will spoil the answer for you when we get back.
Yes.
So as far as the USA version of Traitor goes, there will be spoilers ahead. Alert, alert, spoilers ahead.
There are always spoilers in our videos, or our podcasts.
Okay, and we're back, and this is the rest of the first episode of Traitors Season 4 USA.
Which is hilarious because we get it from Crave because we're in Canada, and they have episode 1 as having came out January 15th, 2026.
Which hasn't happened yet.
It is not, yes, it is not that day.
And then the other episodes are also dated wrongly, but in the past.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if the later episodes are out, but I don't want to spoil it for everybody. I don't want to be a glimpse into the future if we are ahead.
Well, the second
for
episode
once, Canada would be vindicated.
popped up.
We'll have to see. We're gonna watch the podcast, we think, hosted by Boston Rob and Bob the Drag Queen, which is like all you could ever want in a podcast.
I love that I love that Boston Rob is doing it because Boston Rob is the best, and he probably enjoys this a lot more than his Bravo NFL.
Guys, I'm so mad Lisa Rinna is a traitor. Spoiler alert.
Well, let's get to it.
I'm so mad Candace is a traitor.
Let's get to it. Okay, so Alan picked the 3 known traitors, which were
Lisa Rinna, Candace from used to be on Potomac, and Love Island Rob. I was 2 out of 3.
You were. I was
but
over.
Disappointingly.
I was over.
Dorinda, Johnny Weir. Who's your third? Your third was Candace. You're 1 for 3.
Okay.
You said you thought it would be Candace or Portia.
Yeah.
You did.
I hope so.
I just hate that if you've now been listening through this whole episode, earlier in the episode, I said, Lisa thinks she's going to be good. I hope the producers don't believe in her and pick her. They did. Then I was like, ooh, would Candace do too much the same way, thinking she's queen shit? And then they choose her too.
And she stood out in a bad way this episode. Even Rob, Love Island
Traitor
Rob was like, girl, you're
Shut
talking
up.
too much. Yeah.
She's going to get herself in trouble for sure.
Yeah.
Weakest traitors, I want to say, by far. However, you saying multiple times, is Candace going to carry the traitors? Then you were like, is Rob going to carry the traitors? So they've both done things so far that have stood out to you as like, okay, maybe they can handle this.
Candace, yes, but then she wouldn't stop talking and changing her story. She's very...
Oh, she's like, oh no, you misunderstood me.
Right.
No, she didn't. But also, why is Portia throwing her under the bus? Portia doesn't even realize that that's throwing her under the bus.
Right.
This is a perfect example of why you do not like the housewives being on these shows. Portia thought it was just cool to turn to Michael and be like, well, Candace said that we got to get rid of you. Or whatever Candace said in the car. Girl, where's your sisterhood?
And yeah, no. And
But is she just that messy that she doesn't realize? I don't know. At first she wouldn't reveal her source, which makes me feel like she realizes that she shouldn't have sold Candace out like that.
I feel like we can't judge anybody until we have the first round table.
Which Moira Higgins said that. She's like, I don't know any of you people, so like I can't judge people's reactions or like consider whether or not they're acting suspicious.
I think
she didn't know anybody.
If we get this is why I have a problem with the Housewives and the U.S. version in general. Now that we've seen a bunch of other regions.
To be clear, we will be watching this whole season. We're just
the round table. You have housewives that play emotionally and they're not gamers. They don't watch the show. So as soon as somebody throws out a name, you're just going to cling to that name because you just haven't thought about it. So someone will have 8 votes, the other person will have 7 votes, and there won't be any discussion on another person. Whereas in UK and Canada, you have, 6, 7, 8 people talking at the round tables. But in the US version, you have maybe
someone completely
at
leads
most
everyone.
3 people will talk,
and then everyone hive mind just goes with whoever's speaking the loudest. People are very easily convinced, we'll say.
Yes.
I think that's another element that as this show gets more and more popular and more time has passed, and you can't help but, if you're going to have a normal person, it's going to be someone who's, a super fan. We talk about this with Survivor all the time. I think there will always be room for super fans in competitions. I don't necessarily think, this is my final answer on this, that you have to have everybody in the cast that completely understands the game. You don't want it to be, remember who... Was that Yam Yam? Who was it on Survivor who, literally didn't understand how to play, basically? People had to explain. It's happened on Big Brother before, too. People had to, explain what a veto was. That's not fun to me. I like for them to go along for the ride. Like, very rarely in this show do we have someone being like, what's a traitor? You know, like, no one is blatantly acting that, like, ignorant to
I'm
it.
glad.
Yes, me too.
I think... I want to wait until the round table and we see how many people talk and if they do a hive mind vote, which for the first round table, yes, I can totally see a hive mind vote.
Nothing wrong with that. You go along with the masses because you don't want to, why would you piss off someone
I'm just
else?
afraid Michael Rappaport is going to steamroll every round table because he can't
He's
shut
like
his
really
mouth.
mean.
He
called them miserable effers, and like he meant it.
I think
like,
they
there
cast
was a
him
darkness.
because of his personality and drama.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I hope he's gone. Even though he's actually he's like, okay, well, doing the math, there are 5 housewives and 5 gamers, so like so a housewife has to be a traitor and a gamer has to be a traitor, which we'll get to the gamers eventually. So we know there are 2 housewives that are traitors. And then he sussed out traitor Rob. And he was like, Rob, you're too good looking and you're too silent and in the background. Like, that's going to get you in trouble. So, like...
But that's legitimately how he is. If you knew him from Love Island, which is the thing, none of these people have because they're more famous than him. For the most part, so they don't know. That is his personality. That's why he's the perfect traitor. He is, like, completely stoic at all times.
Right.
The only way you know how he's feeling something is when he jumps in the pool and, like, sulks underneath the bridge and no one can find him. No one knows where he is. His face still looks exactly the same.
Yes.
If he wasn't in such a goddamn weird place, you wouldn't even know anything was wrong.
Right.
So we'll see if he sulks, like, physically.
I don't think they have a pool there, unfortunately.
In Scotland. Oh, also, like, a little behind the scenes thing if you've never watched the UK. Now the UK, and we can't remember if they always did this, but they blatantly show that they go off to a hotel somewhere at the end of the night. Like, the Land Rovers come pick them up and drive them back to their hotel. The American one takes place in the same castle, right?
Yes.
And they film clips of them walking up the stairs as if they're going to go into the bedroom.
And they make the rooms... Like, they must have a bedroom made up there that looks like the rest of the castle.
Do you think just for filming?
You
must.
Yes. So we know... I mean, Alan was interviewed last year, and he basically said 1/3 of the castle is actually, like, inhabitable.
That's crazy.
Which is bizarre, because I'm like, you have all these shows that film there. Why wouldn't they just refurbish the rest of it?
Because I guess it would be in the, like, millions.
And you'd probably have to get permission from Scotland.
Right.
And like,
because it's historic.
Yeah. And so...
Probably. I don't know. Are all castles historic?
I do like that the U.S. version plays up that they, quote-unquote, sleep there.
I'm opposite. I like to be behind... I like both. I like to be behind the curtain, but that is almost crossing the line into, like, no, don't break the mystery for me.
Yeah.
Like, the Wizard of Oz is just a man. Like, I don't need to know that.
I think that's part of the plot, though.
Well, it's pretty important, actually. Maybe, like, the whole point, kinda.
Yeah. So, we have to talk about the Secret Traitor. In the UK version, the Secret Traitor starts off knowing who the other traitors are, but the other traitors don't know who the Secret Traitor is.
Which to me makes sense, because if you, as the Secret Traitor, have the power to shortlist, make a murder shortlist every night, you have to not put the traitors' names on it, because they can't kill themselves.
But I have a counter for that. So in the US version, now we know the Secret Traitor does not know the identity of the 3 other traitors, and can put them on the murder shortlist, which has
they wouldn't know.
Been expanded to 4.
Which it has to be, because they could write down all 3 traitors' names, and then you'd only have one choice on who to murder.
So here's
that's bad planning.
But here's my thing.
Okay.
I think... So in this case, they did the same opening challenge as the UK version, but dumbed it down.
Paddling. I really... Don't get me started on how I really don't think I could paddle a boat. I've never done it before. I'm too scared to try.
Yeah, they had to get a bunch of coffins out of a lock and put them in...
That's Scottish for late.
Yes, put them in a gravesite
Like the Loch Ness Monster.
And the people whose
likeness.
grave sites you filled were the ones that were up for murder. So they ended up with 9 people up for murder, including Traitor Rob. So the list that was given to the known traitors had Rob's name in it. And this is why I think it matters. And I think it's cool that they don't know the other traitors.
Okay.
That shows me that Rob is doing a good job keeping under the radar.
Looking faithful.
Yes.
Because a traitor isn't going to want to murder a traitor.
Yes. I think that that signifies to the traitors, and maybe they don't even think this way, that
Rob
he's
needs to keep
he's doing a great job
for now. In your jet, laying low.
Yes. So that's why I like. I can see why you wouldn't like it. But
I like Rob being a traitor.
Yeah,
I just don't like.
Yes.
Yeah, also, it was 4 dudes, so like obviously it's a woman. Yes. Do we honestly think it's Mama Kelsey?
Well,
Is
no.
the Taylor Swift of it all big enough that they would make the secret traitor Mama Kelsey?
I think it's Natalie.
You think it's a woman gamer?
Because
we don't have a gamer, which is crazy.
So it's either her or the Big Brother girl, but you said that's not her handwriting, so
I don't think it would be. She's like Tiffany we're talking about. She's like in her like late 40s. Say this looked like really young handwriting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a teacher, so like I see a lot of handwriting.
I'm gonna go with Natalie.
Okay.
I can't believe that. So in the UK version, spoilers, it's clearly a woman's handwriting.
Yes.
And they
Don't spoil it any more than that.
They immediately clock that, the traitors.
They do, yeah. They talk about it. I like when we get to hear them talk about those considerations. Because you know they're making them.
In the US version, they didn't, like, even after saying, well, what does his handwriting look like? They didn't say, oh, it looks like a woman's handwriting. Or that there's 4 males listed. Oh, it's probably a woman. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't give me much hope.
Right, they're not reflecting. And we don't know, maybe they are and they're choosing not to edit and show that.
Well, the first thing was, oh, it's probably Colton. Like, definitely not. I highly doubt it's Colton. But, yeah, I think it's Natalie. That's my prediction. With no...
Yam yam. Why did I think that?
I don't know.
Because there is no gamer. Yeah, I agree with your theory that there must be a gamer. And I think Survivor.
Would you change your handwriting style if you're the secret traitor?
I think I would have to, because I think I would. Well, people wouldn't really see me write, though. I was going to say, I think I'd be writing so much that people would see my real handwriting. But I guess they really don't see your writing except when you write a person's name on the slate. And if they're seeing your handwriting, then you're dead. Oh, yeah, if they're seeing your handwriting,
well, I mean, like, would you make it more manly if you were you? Or if I were myself, would I try and make it womanly to throw them off?
This is why I don't think it's that big of a deal that the secret traitor doesn't know who the other traitors are. I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it. I think it's just because we came from the UK, and in the UK, like, I don't like when things change. I'm having a hard time with it.
Right, okay.
I think Rob might be okay. I think Candace might be okay. I'm disappointed it's Lisa Rinna. I wish they weren't going to give her this much screen time. We're going to watch the podcast. Please listen to this podcast. If you want to turn this into something that you watch, we would have to put a lot of work into that, but it's like not out of the question. But it's like unlikely. I'm running out of steam.
Yeah, well, we're at 40 minutes, so.
Oh, that's was that Winnie? Do you hear that?
We just got a little cameo with Winnie meowing. She likes to go in our basement. And
we normally keep the door to the basement locked. Not locked, just closed. Cats don't have thumbs. It wouldn't matter whether or not it was locked.
There's like a spot on some of our shelves that she likes to sneak into and sleep all day.
It's so adorable. Or she just stays on the other side of the door and there's enough space underneath it that we can fit a paper straw from McDonald's and she and Franklin play with it back and forth under the door.
Yes.
and then she meows when it gets stuck under the door. So then 2 cats and 1 human are playing poke the straw under the door.
And then I have my way to know when she wants. So if she's asleep in the basement,
we want to go to bed.
I put a straw underneath the door that's sticking out halfway.
But you also open it and you say something to her.
I ask her if she's all right.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't come up, then I put the straw halfway underneath the door and then check back like a minute later. And if the straw has moved, I know she's waiting at the door to come out.
To be clear, she also does meow.
Yes.
And we remember to check on her usually.
Yes.
Please watch the Traitors, guys. Please.
Do it.
I mean, I don't think they need your viewership anyway. We looked it up. They won all the Emmys. They were nominated for 5 in 2025 and won 5.
But we don't want them to stop.
Obviously, but I feel like this is already a monumental show.
Yeah, we want this to be popular so more popular celebrities do it.
Okay, fair. We want it to be like a cool thing to do.
I don't want normal Americans to do this moving forward. I'd rather just have all celebrities.
I agree with you. I agree. I don't think there's room for that version.
I think the UK normals, because we don't know celebrities in the UK, and then the Canadian version where they do half and half are great.
And we usually don't know the Canadian actors anyway, because they
have a bunch of Canadian gamers.
The reality show. Yeah. True. Like Venus, also from Survivor,
Kevin.
but she's Canadian.
Yeah.
All right. Go watch that one too. Canadian season was good this season.
It was.
I've said that before. Don't go all the way back. Don't start from the beginning. Watch the latest season, and then if you like it, go back. But I think the first couple seasons might be a little homely for some American people. Like, Canadians are a bit too real for reality TV sometimes. Like, you hear the accent and you automatically assume we're dum-dums. That kind of ruins the mystique, maybe, of Traitors a little bit. But I think it's incredible. But start from the latest season.
Yes, the latest season was really good. And
please go watch it.
We'll catch you next time.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes.
We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.